Hi there, welcome back. My name is Vicki-Lynne. Welcome to my channel. Today we are making wings. That's right, everybody's favorite. This is for our Super Bowl party. We're making Seitan Wingz, and these are super easy and delicious. So unfortunately, if you're a celiac or you have a gluten intolerance, these are not for you. These will hurt your stomach. We are going to start with a vital wheat gluten, and we need about a cup of this. And these are super simple to make. So we're going to use about a cup of our vital wheat gluten. There we go. Okay. And so we have our oven set to 350 degrees. And as you can see, I just have a baking sheet with a silpat on it. Or you can use a dish that's lightly greased, whatever you want. And we have our 1 cup of vital wheat gluten. And again, the recipe is going to be down below, so let's not even worry about what we're doing. We have some nutritional yeast, a couple of tablespoons of that. To that, we're going to add some garlic powder, some onion powder, some smoked paprika. Okay, we're going to mix this together. Super simple. This is a really easy recipe and it's delicious. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to want to impart some chicken flavor. So I'm using, let me see, the Better Than Bouillon. And this is the chicken flavor. It's not a chicken flavor, obviously. And so I have about 3/4 of a cup, and you want to dissolve it and then let it cool down a little bit. And to that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons. I'm using cashew butter. You could use tahini. You could use peanut butter if you want. I like the cashew butter because it adds a little of the fattiness to it, but not a lot of flavor. And that's kind of what we're looking for. So we're going to add that to our chicken broth, because we just want to add that flavor to it. Okay. And then the rest we're going to add in is a tablespoon of soy sauce. And I'm adding about a 1/2 teaspoon of liquid smoke. You could add up to about a teaspoon of liquid smoke. I like a little bit of liquid smoke. I don't like it to be overpowering. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this. And I'm actually going to grab just a little whisk just to get this all incorporated, because we want it all incorporated before we put it in with our and that's why having the chicken base still a little bit warm helps with the. So now, if you're enjoying these Super Bowl recipes that I've been putting out, don't forget to subscribe. Give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with friends. Get your friends to subscribe so that you guys can all do a Super Bowl party together. Each of you can do a different recipe. That's a good idea. We'll get together, 10 or less, of course. We have to keep with the guidelines for the CDC. We don't want anybody getting sick. We want everybody to have a good time, but, still be safe. Okay. So that looks like it's pretty well incorporated. Give it a good whisk. These are delicious, and you're going to need your favorite vegan barbecue sauce. I have this sugar-free, sweet and spicy. This is a really good sauce, but any of your own favorite barbecue sauces that you like, because we're actually going to grill these afterwards. So this is how it gets, like the crispiness. And I kind of put this together. One of my favorite restaurants here in Chicago is the Chicago Diner, and they make these Thai chili wings. They have barbecue wings. They have really good wings. And so I tried to kind of replicate the recipe. So I think I've kind of got it close. I mean, we still go there all the time, but, sometimes when the weather's bad, we're in the middle of a pretty big snowstorm right now, so not always the best time to go. Now we're just going to mix this all together. We want to incorporate all that vital wheat gluten. And we're going to make it into a dough. And so this vital wheat gluten is going to be very spongy. Doesn't have really any flavor. and it's going to kind of impart whatever flavor. That's why I wanted to use that chicken broth. So we're going to kind of knead it a little bit just for the first couple of minutes. You don't have to knead a lot, but it will become very spongy. It has a very interesting texture. The first couple of times I've used it, it was very weird until you kind of go, oh, that's what it's supposed to do. And then you get used to it, and it's like, oh, it can make so many things. You can make corned beef out of this. Vital wheat gluten is great for making corned beef sandwiches. You can make, I'll have to put one of those recipes up. St. Patty's Day is coming up. I'll have to do a corned beef recipe. So we're just going to, and you just want to work the gluten in it. You want it to be a little bit spongy. So, and then sometimes with the vital wheat gluten, you have to kind of steam it. This is a really quick recipe. So the oven is preheated to 350. And so what we're going to do, now if you wanted to make more like ribs, like longer, you could just take a 8x8 pan, just spread out your dough. I'm actually going to kind of do like more like wings. And I'm just going to form them. You can form them in any shape you want. And we're just going to bake them. So they're not really going to be like, I guess they're not really going to be like wings, but they're going to be long and whatever shape you want. If you want to kind of do them, like I said, like ribs, you could do them just in a long 8x8 pan or 9x9 pan, and then just cut them, because these are difficult to cut after they've been sitting for a little bit once they cook. So you kind of want to pre-cut them before you cook them. Again, super simple. You can do a couple of these batches, and you can do different flavorings. You could do like a maple barbecue flavor. Do some hot, do some buffalo ones. Super simple. Just gonna pull those. I just like to flatten them a little bit. That way when you flatten them, you're going to get more surface area. So when we're going to do them on a flat iron, or you could do them in a frying pan when we put on the barbecue sauce. So that we're going to, put the barbecue sauce on them, and we're going to toss them back and forth so that they get all crispy and kind of dry up and get the barbecue sauce all nice and ooey and gooey. Anyway, so we're going to put these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Okay, so our wings are done baking. Turn that off. I'm going to take them out. I don't know if you can see them. Oh! Yes, that's exactly what's supposed to happen. They're supposed to be all over the place. I'm going to pick those up. Okay, so they're baked. They're hot. Just set them right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our griddle going. Because now what we're going to do is put the crispiness into them. So they are brown. Okay. We're going to get our griddle going. And just you'll need a pastry brush. We're going to let that warm up really, get nice and hot, because we want to really crisp these up. So they're kind of spongy, so they're like wings now. Just turn them over while we're waiting. on the other side while we're getting this going. Okay. We're just going to take our pastry brush. We're going to just spread on our barbecue sauce. And so I like doing a couple of coats of the barbecue sauce. And then I like to flip them over. And I like it to caramelize so it gets nice and crispy, kind of baked right in. Yeah. You're nice and hot now. Turn it down just a little bit. I didn't want it to get hot to start. And now basically we just want to keep flipping them and putting on our barbecue sauce. Okay? Ooh, that's good barbecue sauce. I can smell it. And again, you're just going to keep doing this. You're going to just keep putting the barbecue sauce on, letting it set in, then just keep flipping them until they're just the way you like them. And then you're ready to eat them. Okay. You can see it's caramelizing now. That's what we want. There we go. Nice and brown. That's what we want. Okay. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to grab a pan. Wipe this out. And then what I like to do for the last little bit is I like to just toss it with the barbecue sauce, just like they do in the restaurants. And then I just like to toss it, a little bit of sauce all over it, because I like them saucy. And that's exactly what they do in the restaurants. They just toss them. And then you have your barbecued wings. There we go. Gonna plate these up. Hope you enjoyed this. And again, don't forget, subscribe, share these recipes with your friends, share my website with your friends, and we'll see you at the next recipe.